Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're playing some more of The Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt Part 1 DLC. And in the last episode we started the new DLC, which I'm super excited and happy about. It looks amazing. It just looks incredible. I'm really excited. So without further ado guys, let's get into the gameplay. Mwah. Okay guys, this is exactly where we ended off.
It seems I've arrived in the nick of time.
So we need to head back, or we need to go to the inn and ask if anyone saw the body was taken. Because for some reason the body was taken. I'm not sure why. Milton's taken a sweet ass time. Milton! Milton! I haven't got all day. Come on! Are you really waiting? Like, get on your fucking horse. Oh wait, oh we're walking. Okay, we're walking. Oh, there's a cute little pathway up to the inn. Guys, this area is so cute and pretty and colourful. Man, I need a holiday. Right. Oh, excuse me. Milton's still coming. Oh, yeah. Right, well, we'll wait for him to catch up. I don't know why he's taking a casual jog. Oh, hello, kitty cat. Meow, meow. Here he is.
Once you have finished examining the corpse, be sure to report to Anarietta.
Yes.
Anarietta?
Her Grace, the Duchess. I forget myself at times. We address each other by our first names in private. Never in Pomrit's
Oh,
presence.
notice board.
He finds such
I'm gonna go grab these.
offensive. A watering hole for traders, smugglers,
Be good
boatmen.
coin to be made.
By my troth, could that be the musty scent of fresh pate?
Naught else, Sir de Peyrac-Peyran. I see time has not dulled your senses.
We would be honored if you would join us. Your companion as well.
But why do I not detect even a whiff of crayfish chowder?
No soup today, on account of there being no crayfish. I reckon you've not heard, but all I caught was a corpse. I awoke at the crack of dawn, as I do each day, but when I looked up, I beheld a blood-red sky.
This corpse is precisely why we're here. For the man whom you've invited to join you at the table was summoned from a far-off land by her gracious magnificence. He is tasked with tracking and killing the beast.
We invited two men to join us, yet since Sir de Peyrac-Peyran in temperament is more akin to hare than hound, I surmise the other is the hunter. With whom do we have the pleasure?
Name's Geralt.
A humble introduction. You've clearly not tarried long with Sir de Peyrac-Peyran.
Spare us the petty insults. Geralt is a master of the witchering trade. He has questions concerning the beast's last victim.
I was the one to find the corpse. The sun had just risen when I awoke, sat straight up in my bed, looked out the window, and beheld a sky red as blood.
Ask Geralt, please, or we shall be here till winter.
Sky was
Must
red
have been
then
early in
what?
the morning. Went to check your nets and then...
I stepped out of my hut and saw...
By my troth, to the point, man. You found a body ensnared in your crayfish nets. We know this already. What happened then? Did you see anyone nearby? Did you spy anything noteworthy? Anything at all?
Not a soul around, just me. As for noteworthy... well...
What did you see? But be warned, if I hear the sky was red again...
I saw a head bobbing, eyes bulging, the tongue blue and popped out. Next to it, a hand rocking upon the water.
Get a good look at the body parts?
They gave me such a fright. I bolted to town fast as my legs would take me, then returned with guardsmen who told me to keep out of their way. They had a hard haul. The parts were so tangled up in my nets, they were forced to cut them.
Need to examine the body. Know where they took it?
They ferried it across, then loaded it on a cart and hauled it to a cellar at CORVO BIANCO to keep it cool, see?
What? Why, CORVO BIANCO is Baron Russell's estate. When he learns they've turned his cellar into a morgue, he'll set his hounds on them.
While you were gallivanting about the
Who is
north,
that?
his vineyard was auctioned off.
Who was that? Woman who just left. Didn't see her before. Didn't notice her walk in either.
Doubtless Ninnis, the innkeep's daughter. But hold, Geralt, because this is an outrage. Rossel's vineyard was auctioned off? Inconceivable.
It is no secret the Baron had gambling debts up to his ears. It finally came time to collect. His creditors auctioned off his property. The Ducal Chancellery bought it, in fact. Rossel now bunks with his brother in Vicofaro.
I told Rossel he'd get his comeuppance. How long can one throw on past heroics? His creditors must finally have defined that his promises meant nothing.
Such are the times. Today's knights are pale shadows of the heroes of yore.
It's true what they say. God sent the beast to punish us for straying from the old paths.
Okay.
So folk think the beast's divine punishment.
Knights have turned their backs on the old customs. Where they were defenders of the duchy, they're now defenders of their own tushes.
Why, you insolent...
Let him talk.
The Duchess trades in titles, grants honors to ill-doers. We've strayed from the path of virtue, lost the gods' favor, so the gods sent retribution.
Don't listen to that nonsense, Geralt. It's rehashed street preacher codswallop.
Yes, the rebel rousers have been sprouting up like weeds lately, each offering the same bill of goods.
They say anything else about the beast? Besides it being a messenger of the gods?
The TOUSSAINT are no fools. They see clearly the beast kills on days honoring patron saints.
Picky monster. Thanks for the hospitality. Time I examined the corpse.
CORVO Bianco lies a short way from here, near the tourney grounds. Just follow the road and you'll arrive.
Not coming with? Oh yeah, duty of some sort calls.
Some sort? Ha! Her Grace bestowed a great honor on me, even before we departed for Velen. I'm to play the hare during this year's game in the palace gardens. When you see me in my costume, you will wet yourself laughing.
A little tempted to ask a few questions, but it sounds like a long, complicated story. One involving lengthy digressions into local history and tradition. So, see you later, Milton, and good luck.
Okay. Are we done here? Yeah. Right, go to Corvo Bianco and examine the body kept in its cellar. Honestly, I love this place. Look at it. Now I really want to go on a holiday. Some blue waters. Look at that mountain. It looks so cool. I don't know why I'm running there. Screw Roach. You don't need Roach. Just gonna run there. To be fair, Roach can be disobedient sometimes. And you can not want to go up random hills, which Geralt can.
Sounds of a fight. Have to hurry.
Uh-oh. What the hell? Sounds like another giant. Hello?
Damn it. Killer must still be here.
What the fuck?
Throat torn open by man-like jaws. Man-like. Except for long fangs. In the cellar. Gotta be.
What the hell?
Footprints. Small, bare feet. Lead deeper into the cellar. You. Saw you at the inn. Why'd you kill these people? Clearly wasn't for their blood.
We're gonna see boobs. Got a vampire in our hands or something?
We don't have to fight.
You are wrong.
I cannot let you leave.
Whoa. Oh my god, okay. I'm not even hitting her. I can see a bitch. What the hell? I'm not doing any damage. I think I have to do the magic trap. Not that I've ever really used it. Yeah, it's just do the magic trap. This is going to be a long fight, guys. The way it's going. What the hell? I keep pressing the wrong button to parry. Oh my god.
Come on.
Yes! Oh! Bitch!
Killed all these men to get to the body. What was she doing at the table?
Vampire, yeah. Yes. Did it. We did
stinks.
it. Do-do-do-do-do.
Waterlogged. Both hands amputated. Body was quartered just as I thought. Laid in water for some time. Head swollen, and something took a few bites out of it. Something in the throat. A pouch, bulging with coins.
Can we keep it?
Nilfgaardian florins, from several different provinces. If the murderer did this, means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast. Body was chopped up after death. Blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart. No Bruxa did this. Third hand. A spare? Except it's clearly not the victim's. Guardsmen must have not noticed it as they picked everything up. How's this possible? Still warm. Blood still flowing? Several monster species can regenerate. Never heard of that happening to their severed limbs, though. Or of their limbs seeming completely alive after so much time. Examine the tissue more closely later. Might learn something. So, murderer was clearly a monster, but not a Bruxa. But then why'd the Bruxa come here for the severed hand? And who does the hand belong to? Why the hell's it still warm? Now, pouch shoved down the victim's throat. What's the significance? And why was he chopped up into pieces? Lots of questions, no answers so far. Need to know about the other victims. I'll ask Palmerin to get me in to see the Duchess.
Okay. Alright. Find Palmerin. Oh, nice. And I was going to take you to the Duchess. Sick. Okay, sorry about that awkward cut. I just needed to pee real quick. How do we get out of there? Through here? Why can't we eat these bodies? They surely have stuff on them, right? This ever has got to be like the vampire's like leader or some shit, right? Surely. Okay. Right, we need to go find them. But still, it's a very pretty place, even when there's dead bodies everywhere. I would still go on holiday here, wouldn't you? I definitely need to craft some more potions and oils and shit, because that was a tough, well, not really tough fight, it was just more waiting for her to come into the circle. Ooh. There's cheering. Oh, because a thing going on, isn't there? Tourney grounds. The tourney where they like in Game of Thrones, where they're like running at each other with horses and like stabbing each other. Is that right? I have no idea. Wow, this place is so fancy! I love it! Oh, there we go. Here he is. Is this him? Yeah.
Need to speak to the Duchess, urgently.
All right, you scamps. Story's done. Go find your parents.
But the Palmerin, what about the story of Rittik and the dragon?
They're tales for another time. But take a good look at the man who stands before you now. This is Geralt of Rivia, the master witcher who lent his valiant hand to the defeat of the giant Goliath.
Master Witcher, is it true virtue always trumps villainy?
Not always.
Not always. Could go either way. Sometimes virtue wins, sometimes villainy gets the upper hand. Still worth being good.
But why? If it doesn't mean you'll win.
Palmerin's story. Think back. A decent man attracts other good folk, makes friends he can count on. A rogue? Well, he can only count on other rogues. And who would you rather have for a friend?
A man of virtue?
I must agree. Now, that will do for questions. Go find your parents. Her Enlightened Highness has doubtless arrived at the tourney grounds to watch the battle in the arena. If we hurry, we'll be in time to speak with her before the spectacle begins.
Lead the way. Who's fighting? Nilfgaardian gladiators?
Close, but not quite. As you will soon see.
What the hell is that?
Someone's gonna fight a Shalewar with only some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down?
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
Shouldn't torment the beast. How would you like to be dumped in an arena, blindfolded with a string of bells through your ass?
Pity a monster. You, a witcher.
What
I
do you
slay
mean?
monsters who are a threat to humans. You're out to humiliate one to entertain a crowd. No knight will gain any glory from this. Who's going to fight the beast?
Guillaume, a young man you met.
Yeah. Mentioned he'd promised his heart's captor a monster trophy.
Great love demands great sacrifices.
Alright, let's go see the Duchess. Poor little beast.
Let's go.
I dedicate my imminent victory to fair Lady Vivian.
He's gonna die, isn't he?
It's begun. The fight shall have to end first. We must wait.
Ew.
Got a bad feeling about this.
Yep. Behind you!
Damn it.
Whoa! That's embarrassing.
We have to help him.
Yep, of course. Geralt to the friggin' rescue. Again. Ow. Oh my god.
The beast used its foul breath, let loose the roar, and knocked him to earth. And the elixir in one mighty pound.
Please give a Gwen on.
And thus the witch's life was snuffed. All our hopes, alas, had turned to dust.
Get it, get it.
Cut the ocean and set fire to the woods. For nothing in the struggle had come to any good. The fate of the beast has been weighed by the gods. So the witches shall triumph against all odds.
I feel bad for this little beast, man. I think it's just entertainment. Ow! Oh my god!
So once the victor, then naught shall have come of Bella and Caesar.
Oh my god! This is killing me! Well, I died. Let's try this again.
Gotta keep it down. Can only tell where we are when it hears us.
Alas, for nightling, the beast used our earth, let loose a roar, and struck to earth. Down came the elixir in one mighty pound to give fight to the beast. Hands control!
Oh my god. I need to fall on his back. There we go.
The fate of the beast has been weighed by the gods. Soon the wizards will triumph against all odds.
There we go. I'm trying to stay close to the wall because I feel like it sort of knocks itself out when it gets close to the wall. Oh my god, stop! This is so difficult to kill! I did not sign up for this! Oh fuck. Missed out there, I didn't know.
The witch waited till the time was true. The 12 months and spun, struck the monster through.
Nothing here.
Like a bow who leaps at the love's first spurt, so the witch wooed the Sherman and its foul heart hurt.
Come on, over here.
Breathed his last
Oh
breath.
my god, he...
A friend
Did he get killed?
breathed his last breath.
Oh shit!
Fighting bravely unto death.
Shit! He got fucking ruined! What am I holding? Why am I holding this? He's bleeding to bear damage. Come on, one little hit. There we go. But our friend died. Whoopsie. That wasn't my fault. That wasn't my fault. He had full health, all of it, until that final bit where the thing was like spinning, and then it was like Ripperoonie you. Ripperoonie. Oh god. Good control of my foot here on my desk.
The Shelma lies defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of the witchering trade. Behold, as the last gasps of life seep from the beast.
Do I get money for this? I am very poor. Geralt needs some dollar.
Master Geralt, do what you must. Finish the deed!
Monster's no threat. No need to kill it.
A victor may always show mercy. It is his right. Long live Geralt the Merciful! Pikeman, see to the beast.
Forgive me. I am not as nimble as in my younger years.
Oh, but he's not dead.
Bravely. Thanks for your
He just
help.
got knocked out.
Guillaume?
The lad came damned close to dying.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all. Vivian?
Smile as befits a hero and keep silent. Speech clearly pains you. She approaches.
Geralt. We must talk. Vivian.
You shall talk later, in the medic's tent.
Geralt, magnificent, breathtaking.
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished to have struck upon it.
And I'm truly, honored.
See to our young hero. Hop, hop. For we must make off with Geralt. We should talk. We had been long awaiting your arrival. Had nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
Your Grace. Shaelmars are dangerous creatures, even to knights in full-plate armor.
Nonsense. In Toussaint, knights have battled beasts for mere glory since time immemorial. True. Guillaume suffered a few bumps, scars, and bruises, but in return gained eternal glory as he who slew the monster.
What about the crowd? Say the Shaelmar had vaulted into the stands. Would have been a massacre.
Geralt, though we value your fortuitous intervention in the arena, we would remind you your services have been retained, and as shall soon become clear, you will be generously compensated for completing another task altogether.
Sorry about that, guys. There's a really important phone call I had to take, so I would have just cut off the face cam for a minute there, but you could have still watched it. So,
Your Grace, my contract. I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally, but not here. We shall need Damien. He led the investigation pending your arrival. But wherever could he be? Come, we must find him. Tell us, have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Yes. I mean, no. Yes. But solely to tell him we regret. Yes, deeply regret rescinding the death sentence we so justly handed down upon him. If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure he was broken on the wheel, then drawn, hanged, and quartered. Ah, the very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour, captain of my personal guard.
Your Grace, Witcher.
Greetings. Sorry to have to tell you, but the guardsman handling the last victim's body...
I know already. The creature in the cellar of CORVO BIANCO. Was it the beast?
No. A bruxa, a kind of vampire. Not the beast, but tied to it in some way.
You know this how?
Through careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at CORVO BIANCO.
Do you mean to insinuate the investigation thus far has been sloppy?
Geralt insinuates nothing of the sort. We must listen to him attentively.
I examined the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something. Need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir de la Tour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have, always. And we've enough trouble as it is. Yet we are capable of defeating the beast on our own, without an outsider's help. I've no doubt about it.
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively. Since you have broached it nonetheless, let us discuss Geralt's pay. Are the legends true? Do Witchers usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
I have
Not
no idea
quite,
what
Your
that
Grace.
means.
Law of surprise. It's something we invoke at times, but rarely. Usually we just take gold.
Disappointing. This law sounds rather romantic. On the other hand, on returning to the palace, we would likely find impatient petitioners or a set of sample fabrics for a new dress. Poor rewards, both. I fear you'd not have much use for any of the surprises we are likely to come upon. Thus, we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard, CORVO BIANCO,
Wait, is that the one that was
and a sum of
auctioned off?
coin. You will doubtless consider this adequate. Title to the vineyard
so.
shall be given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours
It better
only
be
once you have
a
slain the
fucking
beast.
Big amount of coin.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. Corvo Bianco. Isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a witcher. What's more, nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept the contract, of course. But as I said before, I'll need some information. How'd it start? Who was the first victim?
Crespi was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feastgoers noticed he was missing. The town watch found him an hour later. On his hands and knees, propped against the town pillory, his sword hanging from his neck. He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon. Blows of great force.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees, meaning someone posed it.
So it seems.
Second murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark. Ramon Dulac's corpse was found in one such place. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas. Consequently, news of the second victim came to us from a group of concerned cut-purses.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility that Ramon died at the hands of these bandits.
Do you believe me an amateur? Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep, clean.
His body was found in a gutter, dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed warmer. Ramon Dulac, a knight who but a dozen years past was an advisor to our father, the Duke.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with concrete proof of any misdoings.
So, the first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times knights face new challenges, enterprise being the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinchi.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Okay.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is, has some meaning to convey.
These were honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint. Blast it.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if the...
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
Honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated. Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of specific chivalric virtues.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit, true, though not perfectly.
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the fourth virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an elder knight.
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the custom?
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure why.
I'm excited for that.
Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years. The famed cowardice of rabbits.
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac-Peyren the next victim?
Milton also knew Delacroix. Told me so down by the river.
Damien! To miss something so obvious. De Peyrac-Peyren, Crespi, Delacroix, and Delac formed a knightly team. It was years ago, but...
We need to find
Your Grace,
Milton.
we need to find Milton immediately.
Milton.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The hare's hiding place is a carefully guarded secret.
We must call off the game, at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the garden searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite the beast to strike sooner. And you, Witcher, follow me. My gardens, my night, I shall take the fall. A murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not near my palace. Horses? Ready our horses!
Guess we're readying the horses. Need to go find Milton! Come on, load the screen. Ooh.
Your Grace!
Love it. So dramatic. Yeah, I was like, nice.
What the hell? Why, I should... Your Highness,
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled. Onward!
I like her, she's cool.
Hey! That is silk! Be careful! Give it to me!
Ooh! Unfortunately, guys, I'm going to have to end the episode there. I'm really sorry, but the phone call I got was for a doctor's appointment, which I rang up for if they had any free today, and they rang me saying they had one. So, unfortunately, guys, I have to end the episode there. But if you enjoyed, remember to smash that like button. If you haven't already, hit subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!
Just run away with me, darling.